Hey, Allie, I'm going to show you some cars today. Do a quick walk around of them. This is an XC40 and this is an XC60. 60 is about the size of the Q5 that you were driving. It's going to be just a tad bigger than the Q5 in the cargo area, but not by much. And then this over here is the XC40, which is a little bit smaller than them both put together. This is a R design, meaning that it's the sport version, so it's going to have a little sportier rims on it and so forth. Interior of the R design will give you a little bit more sport, though it does have the leather suede down here on the seat instead of the all leather. It's a little smaller than the Q5 that you're driving, so as far as your boxes, I'm not sure that you'll have the room that you really want to have in it to carry all those boxes around. Now, I did bring the keys out to this one. I couldn't find them on the black XC40, so I did just bring the ones out here for the Volvo X60. So you can tell in the back there's a pretty good bit of room back here. Like I said, it's a little bit more than what you had in the Q5. It does have a real good design. These front bumpers right here is what I was explaining down through here. So this metal is turned in here. It comes off the side and then turns. This piece of metal right here is what has to do the bending in order for the damage from a front impact to keep going backwards. So when this bends and the crash pad that's located right here has to contract, that's what makes the damage limited on the Volvo, whereas normal cars don't have that piece of metal right here, and so they're more straight, and so the damage is allowed to just go back. With this being bent in here and the other side being the same way over there, then it's very hard for all the damage to keep going because all this metal has to start working. It takes energy, obviously, to get that to happen, and then that's what creates it and makes it to where it is a little safer because it doesn't go back into the driver area. So I'll go over some of the Volvo safety features. One that I missed, I'll back up here on, is that gigantic tail lamp right here, okay, where it comes down. That's big, so it's more visible in foggy conditions or low, hard to see days. Maybe it's raining, snowing, or whatever, so it makes it visible from a greater distance. Volvo is all about safety. That's what they pride themselves on, and that's why other companies use their safety system. The interior isn't bad at all. Everybody loves the steering wheel. They have a very good look inside of them. So I'll get inside here real quick and show you a couple key little things. The start button's down here. You turn it. It does have heated and ventilated seats. Zoom back in here to the screen. Heated ventilated seats right here. To access it, simply hit the button and brings it up. To operate the vehicle, You got three screens. This is your quick screen. This right here has everything on it. So this operates everything about the car. If you're trying to turn off collision avoidance, or you want to turn lane keeping aid on, it's simply that easy. If you want to get your cameras, it's that easy. Swipe back over here, come over here, and you've got all your apps. So Volvo is very simple to operate because you only have three screens. You do have your different driving modes as well. So Volvo is very easy to operate. It doesn't have all the different hidden, doesn't have all the hidden apps and the little things you have to do to get here or get there. Very simple to maneuver. Morning, Jamie. These are momentums. All these are momentums. So I was telling you about Mercedes. So this would be a vehicle that is designed to compete with that Volvo. This is called a GLC 300. This one in particular has the AMG wheels and stuff on it, as you can see right here. So it's a little bit upgraded is the reason I picked it, so we could see what it has. That Volvo had a panoramic sunroof, so does this Mercedes, so they're all about equal in that aspect. Mercedes doesn't key around safety primarily like Volvo. They key around the bouginess. I think that's what you use the word bougie, right? So this is a 4MATIC, just like the Volvo. It is all-wheel drive as well, but we'll see a little bit differences inside of the Mercedes. First thing we're going to notice is we're going to have a Burmeister surround sound system. We do have heated seats, though it's located over here, and then all the controls for the seats are located on the door panel. Makes it very easy whenever you're trying to adjust it. We'll see a little bit different wood trims and just a different quality in general with the Mercedes. So they put a little bit more time and effort into the interior of the car in order to make sure that it has that luxury feel to it. That's why you get the pedals and stuff down here that are the silver. You got a lot of silver throughout the entire car. So let's start this one up. One thing you will notice is that the GLC has a smaller screen than the Volvo. The new GLCs are the same way, though they do have a bigger screen out now. The GLC just hasn't gotten it yet. Turn the air down a little bit so it's not overpowering me. Yeah, I know that there's no Bluetooth. You'll see the wood trim here and stuff. It is a plastic, so it's very easy to clean. Kind of see your nav. So these are your quick menu buttons. Volume button for the radio right here. So they make everything to where it's very simple and easy to get to. We'll go over to video. I'm sorry, vehicle. I'm doing a video, right? let's see, vehicle settings, dynamic select settings. So if we wanted to pick something, maybe we want to turn that off. On the steering, we want to make adjustments on the sport steering or whatever. So there's going to be a lot more settings on a Mercedes that's going to allow us to do more personal type things. We can adjust the seatbelt tensions, automatic mirror folding. We can turn it on, turn it off, locator lighting, automatically locking interior lights. So we get a lot of different things. Now this one has ambient lighting, though this version only has the 3 different ones. So if I click that, it'll change all my interior lighting. Down here, you'll see that it's orange. Keep that stick there for a second. Hit the back button, and I will change that color to blue. Or it has the option of just being white. On the new 2021s and 2s, they're offering 64 colors now in the newer ones. So this isn't a bad car. It's a competitor to the XC60 and Q5. Let's look at the trunk space, because the trunk space is very important for you. So as far as trunk space, about like a Q5. It's going to be a little less than Volvo, but not by much. You can let these seats down like you were in the Q5 and have plenty of room back here for all the medical stuff and all your cases that you generally do have. And of course, like everything else, there's always a bigger, better, of anything that you're looking for. But I'm going to key in on the mid sizes right now. We're going to walk up here to a Q5 that I have. It's same body style as one you were in, so we'll do a little comparison. Then when I have time, I will get them all, put them beside each other, and do a walk around that way. Haven't been here in a while, so dealership's still here. So this right here is the Q5. Same body style as what you're driving. This is just white with brown and black interior. I will say that the seats in the Q5 are not as comfortable as Volvo and Mercedes. So there is a seat difference for sure. Again, you have a smaller screen in the Q5, about like what's in the Mercedes. So we're really not giving up anything there if we would choose a Mercedes. The gear shifter is located here, where the Mercedes is located up right here. So that would be something a little bit different. It does have the virtual cockpit, so that is one thing going for the Audi, is that it has that nice virtual cockpit on it. Where the new Volvo it's kind of has one, but it doesn't do all the smaller and larger and all that. Though they did add some new features and stuff to it. I'm not going to hit too much on the Q5 because I know you've had one for a little while, about a year, right? I think it's what it made it. Let's open the back of it and look. Again, about like the Mercedes, the Volvo is just slightly bigger for the room back here, though you'll have to lay down the seats regardless of what you get. So the one thing you'll notice is on this, your lights are up here. So if you do raise this back, or if you have an accident, you raise the back, then you're really limited to just these small lights versus, remember on the Volvo, how big those were. Even in the case of an emergency, you're going to have big flashing lights. You're not going to lose your primary lights when you raise up the back of the car like you do on the Audi. So they all have pros and cons. It's just a matter of what's most important to you. They're all going to have the room in the back to do what you need to do. The XC40 will be close. It might still work, but it's going to cut you down for sure. But everything else is going to be in that midsize is going to be big enough to do what you're wanting to do with it. It's just a matter of what you like the best and what fits what you're trying to do with it. So I at least want to do a quick walk around of all three to give you an idea. Of course, there's other models too, like a Mercedes GLB that might even fit what you're looking for. So Mercedes has a few more mid-size SUVs like the GLB, the GLC, GLA. Let me show you the GLA real quick. I do have one over here because the GLA could be one. It's a little bigger than the XC40. It's not much smaller than a GLC. These are the older GLAs right here. So those are older. But they underwent a whole new redesign, and they don't even look the same. These two cars right here, the black one and the gray one, are both GLAs. Old body style, new body style. I actually personally do like the new body style. You see from the side that it does, in fact, is a little bit taller than the older version. And because it's more rounded in the back of it now, you get more trunk space. Versus the old version, you can tell here, kind of slants down in the back. It doesn't really have that rear capacity where this one does. But this is a GLA. Again, I'll touch on these and I'll do a video of the GLA for you too. So it's going to be slightly bigger than the XC40. Still in that area though, to where it's going to be easy to maneuver and everything. But I believe it's going to have plenty of room because it's a little wider than the XC40. That it's going to give you a little bit more room to put stuff in the back of. They're all going to have 4-cylinder turbos, except for the XC60, which the one I showed you has a turbo and a supercharger both. It's got a little bit more power, though I'm not sure that power is their main goal here. So those are the Volvos over there. Volvo has a really good look to it. I love the Volvo. Turn around to the GLC. And you can see the GLA. GLA has a nice little sporty look to it too. That's another thing that Mercedes goes for, is bougie and sporty looking. So they want them to look nice. I'll walk back over here just so we can see the front. Of the Audis. It's a little cold. I guess we're getting more snow. So you can see the front of them there. So Audi's not really trying to impress anybody by a big sporty look, but just an overall nice luxury vehicle. So hope you liked the video. It's about 20 minutes long, so I'm going to go warm up now. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll be going more in depth for you as we start getting closer, and really encourage you to do some reviews, doing some reading and stuff. And then when you get a chance, we'll either bring one up or try to get you down here where you can drive them all and because one may drive better than the other. Like I said, the seats in the Audi don't feel as comfortable to me personally as the Volvo or the Mercedes. So in the seats, and I know when you spend a lot of time riding, that comfort is a big thing. So let me know if you need anything. I look forward to speaking with you soon. I'll